Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Maku.
Kobayashi
Another episode and the final episode for Mob is actually today.
for the season, yes, and for the whole anime in total as well. This is the last ever anime episode for Mob. Yeah, so this episode, to be fair, the whole Mob series has just been very, very beautiful. We actually see like development through Mob from the first season to this episode, and even from Reagan too, you know. So in this episode, Reagan actually comes out and tells Mob the truth about himself. So Reagan just says, "Oh yeah, Mob, I'm not a psychic. I've been lying to you this whole time. I've been using you." And Mob already, well, his like inner self already knew about this, but
Yeah, as Kobayashi was saying, he kind of knew about it. It's just the second half just kept telling it, but he didn't necessarily not want to believe it, but he didn't really care too much of the information. He was just happy to be around Reagan because Reagan was actually like a good mentor for him to control and understand his power, which is really weird because he doesn't have any powers. But I guess the only power he technically does have is just to see Dimple, which is another very interesting thing that happened because he actually ended up coming. He ended up appearing on Mob. Supposedly, Mob wanted Dimple to be alive so much, or wanted to see him so bad that he just thought him to existence.
he just manifested
Yeah,
off Mob's like power.
and it's nothing new that we haven't seen it. Like I said in many episodes beforehand. I believe it was on like the beginning of season 2. You also saw that happen with the lady in the woods, but now we see it again with Dimple, right? So
Yeah, the Dimple appearance really surprised me, and I was really glad he showed up. And he took over Reagan's body to like withstand Mob's power. But then Reagan's like, "Don't worry, I got this." And then like, yeah, just Reagan really the MVP of this episode. Also too, Dimple as well, and Mob as well too. As for his character.
yeah, so then this is where Kobayashi got a little ahead, and he ended up. This is where he was talking about, I'm sorry, I was just using you this entire time, and then, Mob just kind of felt some type of way, like his one version of himself completely like disappeared.
It's like psychic self, I want to call it that.
That's the psychic version.
I want to say, yeah, because there's like a normal human self and then the psych himself. The normal human self always suppresses Mob's thing. That's why whenever his meter goes up, all his emotions go.
So in this case, we saw a very big emotion when Reagan had confessed. It was a new version of him. I believe it's 100%. Was it Kageyama?
Yeah, Shigeru Kageyama. So he's just 100% himself. So he's embraced both sides, his human side and his psychic side. And he just combined the two. And now, this is, in my opinion, this is a great conclusion.
Yeah. Well, almost great, because it was, I don't know. It was, I don't want it to be cliche, so I understand why they're going for it. But like at the same time, so at this point in time, he fully suppressed his power at this point, and he had one flower left out of the entire bouquet that he had.
And it was his the original flower he picked too.
Yeah. And he said he was in a very good mood actually. He was not really.
Yeah, he was just calm.
Yeah.
Composed.
Very. He had a friendly smile, should I say?
Yeah.
And he went to go to Serizawa, and Dimple was just saying, "Are you sure she's even there?" He went there.
Tsubumi. Serizawa's the guy.
Oh, did I say Serizawa?
Yeah, we know what you meant, but
yeah,
Tsubumi, yes.
I gotcha. In any case, Mob went to see Tsubumi, and he came back smiling, but he still had the flower, and Dimple and Reagan, they were like, "Oh, she probably wasn't there," and Mob was like, "Oh no, she was there. She just rejected me." At first, like he was just very calm with it, and then emotions started trickling, and then he started sobbing. So I would like to end it a little bit differently, but later on, supposedly they ended up talking.
Actually, no. I actually like that because obviously I find it will be weird if she just like says, "Oh yes, Mom, I do love you as well." Like, because there was no like built up thing for it.
I guess.
Because Mob hasn't even talked to her. Like, that was his first time actually talking to her in like forever. So that's why I like this way. Because obviously in the end, like what Mako stated, Mob actually starts developing like a friend-like relationship to build up like, because she rejected him. She's like, "Oh, sorry, I don't have any like romantic feelings for you yet." She said yet. That's the key word. Probably in the future she'll probably develop. Who knows?
Yeah. So then I believe at this point in time they just make a quick little fast forward because they went back to.
Yeah, it was like a time skip. It was like, I want to say 6 months into the future.
Yeah, everything was rebuilt. I believe when they were before the 6 months, Reagan, Mob, and I believe also Dimple. I don't know if he was there at the moment. They were walking like just
Dimple too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
So it was just they were just walking. He said, "Oh, to rebuild, I'll just call a bunch of psychics. I know a few."
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, the first person Reagan calls is Sarazawa. He's like, "Oh yeah, just come over here real quick."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm fine by the way.
Yeah.
Just come over.
So.
Yeah, they built up the city. I wonder how many days it took them. I want to say maybe a week because it's all the psychics. Too fair, it might be even less. But yeah, it was a time skip. In this time skip, Mob, he's a third-year student for middle school, and we get to see he's actually the vice captain for the Body Improvement Club,
which is kind of funny because they all decided to go out on the jog, and the funny thing is that there's even more people So then, now he was like one of the top people there.
Mm-hmm. And usually Mob, obviously in the first 2 seasons, Mob has always been in the back. But this time he's like leading the group, him and the captain. And the captain is actually the bald guy from the previous episode. So Mob is actually leading the group. It's really good to see, he's improved his strengths, or he improved his weakness, and now he made it a strength. We also get to see Ritsu. Ritsu's also the vice president of the whole school.
Yeah, so when all that was revealed, at this point in time, we also figure out that the UFO girl, I forget her name.
Tomei, yeah.
Tomei, she's been working with Reagan for like the past 6 months as well.
Yeah, she's I believe a secretary over there.
So there's actually more people involved with the, what was their company called? I forgot.
It's a Spirit something.
Oh, Spirits and Such Associate or something.
Consultions, I believe.
Yeah.
I just like to call it Reagan Scam.
Yeah, because it is Reagan Scam. But in any case, I mean, there was a lot of people there. There was a bunch of psychics that were there, and that one block Minecraft head dude was there as well.
So the whole psychic side, it was the whole psychic group from season 1 that Ritsu was first introduced. Then we also see Sho, the little kid. Well, not a little kid, but the same age around Ritsu. Yeah, we get to see many old characters come from to celebrate Reagan's birthday. And then one also interesting character, one of my favorite characters of the whole series, is Hanazawa. We get to see him with a new hairstyle this time. And it's actually I don't know, would you call it a comb over? I would call it a comb over.
It is a kind of a comb over. What's funny about this situation is that, so there was a moment in time where we see him again, and he's with Mob and
Ritsu, yeah.
And Ritsu. They kept mentioning, or Ritsu kept mentioning the monkey shirt.
Yeah, no, because Hanazawa, he invited both of them to go shopping, and then Ritsu automatically thinks like, oh no, I have to go shopping so I can stop this ugly wardrobe thing.
Yeah.
And then obviously he thinks of the ugly monkey shirt. And then wind blows by, and then Ritsu's like, oh no, probably his wig's gonna fall off or something.
Yeah.
But actually, nothing happened. It was a really funny scene. Like I said, overall this episode is really funny, really good. In my opinion, great conclusion.
Yeah, no, I have nothing wrong with the conclusion. It's a really good ending. I quite like it actually.
I was actually surprised with the ending. Like, I went on TikTok after, and I'm like, oh no, it's the ending. I mean, it makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I mean,
I'm like,
if it's ending on a note where it's 100% Mob or Kageyama,
yeah,
it's like that sounds like an ending.
I know, because after this episode, I was trying to think like, what else can they do to help Mob. And I'm like, there's nothing more.
Yeah, no, he's
'Cause-
improving physically, mentally,
Yeah, he's
and
yeah.
no, he's perfectly fine. You guys can go ahead and let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. If there's any anime you would like us to talk about, don't hesitate to let us know. My name is Maku,
It's Kobayashi.
and thank you.